Margaret Walker Center and the Gibbs Green 50th Commemoration Commission hosted a virtual town hall today. They honoring those who lost their lives and were wounded by law enforcement on the JSU campus in 1970. So this is Gary Burton joins us now in the studio with more. Gary?
Yeah, Byron, 50 years ago today, Jackson City Police and Mississippi Highway Patrolmen marched on to the campus of what is formerly known as Jackson State College and opened fire, unleashing several hundred rounds of ammunition in every direction. Today, during the virtual town hall, we got to hear from survivors of that tragic shooting.
It's the worst night of my life.
In the late 1960s, Jackson State students called for the closing of John R. Lynch Street because of white drivers who would speed through shouting racial slurs, throwing things, and hitting a student. In the months leading up to May 1970, Jackson State students staged a series of protests over their treatment. On May 14th, there wasn't a protest, but police and highway patrolmen arrived on campus and opened fire at Alexander Hall, wounding dozens and killing Philip Gibbs and James Green. Only 19 at the time and pregnant with a newborn, Gibbs' wife says it didn't feel real when she found out the news.
We have this little baby, and I'm trying to process what we had just been told. And I went in and I asked my mom, I said, was I dreaming? And she said, no, it really did happen.
Nearly 400 rounds were sprayed for 28 seconds. Survivors say that when law enforcement arrived, a man shouted, "Can I have your attention, please?" And shortly after, a bottle was thrown from Alexander Hall. Police and MHP claimed it was a sniper from the 4th floor. Vernon Weekly was among the 12 who was shot.
As soon as that ball hit the ground, they went crazy. They started shooting their guns, and I didn't get very far. I was hit very quickly. I guess I was about 8-9 feet from them.
Many families filed lawsuits, and after a 10-year court battle, they lost, and nobody received anything. Lab Baker, who experienced this day, expressed the irony that 50 years later he has to wear a material mask because of COVID-19 and the mask of a black person in America. And after the shooting, Jackson State shut down for the remainder of the semester, and 50 years later, the JSU class of 2020 was supposed to graduate this spring, but because of the coronavirus, they can't. And the class of 1970 was prepared to walk across the stage for their 50th reunion and be handed their diploma for the first time. Byron, back to you.
All right, thank you, Gary.